Good evening, everyone. It's April 1st, 2020. This is Zara from Tarot Companion. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and I haven't picked an oracle card or done a lot of tarot postings, but I picked a card today from the Oracle of E, and it's called Free Falling, and it says, "It doesn't get much better than this. Deep radical trust that appearances mean nothing, and that you and only you are the captain of your ship. What you say goes. You are in unrestrained motion, and unseen forces are awaiting your command." This card is quite appropriate right now because what we are seeing is that we're shifting our focus from our appearances and what we look like to our health, to the health of our soul and our spirit, and we are trying to create balance in our lives so that we can stay healthy. We are seeing people with masks and goggles and not knowing what they look like, but knowing that they are our fellow human beings and that they deserve to be healthy and safe just like everyone else. So I think this is a lesson that's being taught to us right now about what's important to us and to really evaluate all that. And the other aspect of this oracle card that says there are unseen forces that are awaiting your command, and you are the captain of your ship. So when we have anxiety or stress or even anger from something so stressful like a pandemic, sometimes we can get caught up in those emotions and we can hang on to them. So I wanted to share a couple of things that I do to help me, and I'm hoping that they might interest you. And if they don't, that's okay. But what I've done in the past is I bought this ceramic purse years ago, and I wrote on it my prayers answered, and I wrote prayers. I didn't write this. I don't know what that says. But I wrote my blessings, my gratitude bank, and I started putting in my prayers, wishes, things that were causing me anxiety into this ceramic purse that I call my prayer jar. And I noticed that it really helped me get through things because I was able to write down what was going on, and then release it as a prayer to the universe and to God. And years later, when I read it, I found it so useful and so cool to see what I valued at that time and who was important for me. And so if you were going to do something like that, you could do a family one where you and your kids can all put it in there whenever you want, but respecting each other's privacy, and that you can open, with the hopes to open them up later and read them together. Or you can do a private one where you can put in your thoughts and wishes and prayers. But try to remember to put a time stamp on it, a date stamp on it. So write the date so that when you do go back, you know when you wrote that. So what I've done is, and you don't need anything fancy like this, I just happen to have done this, but you can use a mason jar or anything like a vase or any container at all that you have. And this is my COVID-19 prayer jar, and I know that it'll fill up really fast. I might even need to get a second jar or get a larger container for this, because I know there are lots of things that I'm carrying in my heart and that I want to release so that I can focus in the present moment and be able to get through this difficult time. Another thing you could do is you could write a prayer, and then you could write all the people that you're praying for. You could also do a prayer with your family. You could write down a prayer. You could be decorative and artistic about it. And then you can write the things you're praying for and the people you're praying for on a piece of paper, and you can frame it even. And that would be a really cool thing to do with your kids. So I hope that all of you are able to create some balance in your life. I wish you all good health and happiness. And thank you so much for listening. Take care.